it's final C day. As usual, we've been doing 90% has been walking steps. Trying to burn off maybe a couple calories of our many meals we eaten. So we're heading up to get some breakfast. I'll take you along with us. The buffet breakfast, we haven't had this all week. Well, we did once, I think one other day. But just got the typical stuff, as well I do. But I got an omelet made, so looking forward to eating that. We're through for St. Jude. So they sell things, shirts and stuffed animals. The line goes all the way back there. Room to find our last towel. You could put that, why did you put that back on there?
Because I wanted to.
Is that what you gotta say? That's it?
Because I wanted to.
Alrighty, well, we got back from the pool. We didn't do too much. Just bummed around today. That's why there's not much footage. We're gonna rest for a little bit, then it'll be dinner time.
Yeah, hopefully we won't fall asleep today.
Right, we have some things we want to do tonight. But...
We do?
Yeah.
See?
I got it all planned out. Off to dinner. Truffles Restaurants. Last night dinner, baby. Alright, here's tonight's menu. There's all the appetizers for our last night. Here's all the mains. Of course, here's your upgrades. And the desserts. Decisions. Alright, so we both got shrimp cocktail. And, of course, my Caesar salad. This is our meal. Pork, red beans, and rice, and string beans. And I got the braised short ribs. So let's see how this tastes. Well, that's the last of the best baked Alaskan. What do they call it? Baked Alaska?
Baked Alaska.
Baked Alaska. I forgot to vlog it. Of course, I didn't say I already ate on mine. So I got her in the last bite before we didn't vlog this. We have a terrible time vlogging our desserts. I guess we were so stuffed after eating the food. It was like, oh, we got dessert to go. Anyway, it was good. just finished dinner. Now we're here to see the playlist productions of Epic Rock. So,
What's it called? The Epic what?
Epic Rock.
Rock.
So, alright, let me get out before the copyright.
Of Epic Rock. Now look, even though tonight is not about me, you know I gotta do it one time real quick. Can I just get a big hey, Alex? Hey, Alex! Hey, everybody. Now folks, I hope you've all had a great cruise so far. Have y'all enjoyed yourselves? And look, we are going out with a bang because tonight we have saved our biggest and our best show for last. Tonight, the show is called Epic Rock. Where are my fans of classic rock out there?
All that glitters is gold, and she's buying stairway. Back to you. Sing with me, sing for the year, sing for the laughter, sing for the tears, sing. Living in a lonely world.
Good night.
Good night.
It's 11:24.
No, we really shouldn't say good night till we're done the vlog. Why do you say good night?
Because I'm tired. I'm tired. So, let's recap. Dinner?
Dinner was really good.
That's it.
I had pork. They're gonna see it.
They don't know what it tastes. They don't know if they liked it. Look, I know food is subjective.
It was very good. I had the pork, which was jerk pork loin, which was good. Had red beans and rice, and string beans.
That was good. And mine was the short braised ribs, and that was good as well, along with the potatoes and the string beans. And then dessert, we had which I did not record, except for her last bites. That's what we had, the Bait Alaska, right? Yeah, that's it. And then after that, we saw the show. Now, I have some clips. I had a lot more. I don't know if I've lost it or not. So if you see the really long stretch of clips, that means I found it. If not, it'll be a short couple clips. But what did you think of the performance?
I liked it, but I don't know if he'll agree or not. I don't feel it was kid friendly. It was more I don't know, I guess what I would think was in a strip joint kind of thing without taking your clothes off. Just to dance, to moves, things like that, I don't think is appropriate for smaller kids.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, on some of the things
they were in. The women were like in lingerie, but it was. I can't explain it. It wasn't.
Hopefully you'll see some of it. Hopefully,
they were in partial lingerie and then other things, but just the way they acted just reminded me of.
But for adults.
Definitely for adults. Yeah.
So, it was really good, and apparently, what I didn't show on one of the clips that hopefully you'll see, is there was the first time performing it live.
Yes.
So they've just been working on it. So I guess we're fortunate. We get to see the first ones we get to see live.
Yes.
So that was pretty good. And then after that, we went back to the Red Pub and listened to the Five for You. And so I didn't show anything after that.
And speaking of them, sorry, I didn't mean to leave you guys, because we have been with them the whole week. They actually wrote us a little thank you.
Yeah, it was nice.
Card, which was very sweet of them. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to keep this, and we took some pictures with them together as well.
Yeah, you'll see them on there. I'll put them on there somewhere in here. So, if all the video is not on there for the show, this would be a shortened video, which means I'll probably add our disembarkation tomorrow with our final thoughts, maybe. So. Anyway, it's either be the last video for this series or the next last. Either way, and that's it until our next cruise, which is in the end of August, and we'll video that one. Anything else?
As long as he doesn't lose his little camera again. You forgot to tell him that story.
It's just that I left it at the thing. Fortunately, somebody turned it in, and I got it back, and that's why you're seeing this right now.
Yes, so we're very fortunate with that.
All right, it's time to go. It's I get ready for bed. Disembark tomorrow. I go home.
Do we say goodnight now again?
You can say if you like to.
Okay, good night, everyone.
See y'all later. Well, Good morning. This is our last day. We disembarked today, but I figured I'd come out and show you guys the bridge that we have to go under. This is the reason why, as I think I said at the beginning of the week, why we have only small ships can get in here, because of this bridge right here. Now, they were talking about putting a port over there on this side, so that way the larger ships could come in and wouldn't have to go under this. But that was all pre-COVID talk, so I'm not sure if that's going to happen. And I know this doesn't do any justice for you, but we're on the 6th deck and it goes up 11. So you can see how close we come to it. Pretty close. Under. Yep. And there we are. We're through. No crashes, no smashes. Alrighty. We're gonna go for breakfast a little bit here. Breakfast? One more deck, baby. It's 8.
Oh.
Come on, been here a week. You should know how many floors. Off to breakfast, and once again, we're doing the steps. We've been pretty good about steps. So, let's go get some food. Cruise ship we go. Down the gangway. Pretty easy getting off, especially if you are carrying your own luggage. You don't have to wait in lines, you don't have to wait to be called. So it makes it a whole lot easier. I think the only thing that we have to do is go through security. And I'll let you know how that goes. The whole process was, you're on one there. The whole process is probably, man, we were in and out in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So you just show your C card to get out. You should get facial recognition to leave out of security, and that was it. So now we're just waiting for our son to pick us up.
Yep.
And then we get to go home.
No.
Oh, first we got
Dunkin'
coffee first. Got to get some real coffee.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you guys in a little bit. Well, we are finally home. Well, we've been home for a while, actually. We
Had to go grocery shopping.
Yeah.
To the bank, to the pharmacy.
Yeah, different things like that.
Run errands, the typical real life things.
Yeah, after you get back from a cruise, you have enough food in the house. You got to do something. Anyway, so this is what we call final thoughts. This will give us a little bit of, give you guys an insight of overall thinking. Now, obviously, like I've said in the past, everything is subject, right? Because the food, so, and everything else. But we're going to give you what our opinion is. So, overall, give what you thought about the food on Carnival.
The buffet wasn't good at all. They had the same things almost every day. They just changed the meat, which didn't go well. And even when we did try to eat the food, it was very bland. So we did my time dining. That was very good. I have no complaints about that.
Yeah,
waiter. I was going to say the waiter was good. Well, actually, the whole staff was good.
Yeah, we won't usually rate the staff because one time in all the few cruises we've done, we've never had a bad person. So, as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't matter what cruise line, they're all top notch.
Correct.
Yeah, I could actually call the buffet food the barfet food because it was nasty. But she is right. The main dining room, what we had there was excellent. In the food category, I like the fact that you can get ice cream anytime you want and pizza anytime you want, which doesn't help you with your diet, but that's beside the point. So that was an overall rating of. So if we're rating 1 to 10, you got to give it overall. It's counting the buffet. And also the dining room experience. What would you give it a total?
Let's see. I would give
Let's do it.
dine a 10.
Okay, and then
I
the
would
buffet.
give the buffet. I'll be nice. I'll give it a 3.
So overall, it was about a 6.
Yeah.
Roughly. Overall, yeah, I would go with that. All right. So the next thing, our room. What do you think of the room?
I like the room. We were debating whether to go with the what am I thinking, babe? I'm tired. Balcony for our next cruise, because the last cruise we were on, we were barely on it. This time we used it quite more, and we realized we went with friends on a cruise last time, so we spent a lot more time out. So that's something that we'll have to discuss for future.
Our next 3 cruises do not. They all have the balcony. All 3 of the next 3 have the balconies.
Yeah.
So, but beyond that, it may change.
It may change. May.
Especially if we go with friends.
It would definitely change if we went with friends.
Yeah.
That's not an option.
Yeah. Yeah, and so the room, the tenant was obviously good. They had a couple issues. The safe didn't work, so it took a couple days to get that fixed. Other than that, though, the room stayed clean for 99% of the time.
Yeah.
They only come in once a day now. I think it's all cruise lines now. They cut back to once a day.
From 8 to 8.
Yeah, or at least that's Carnival Legend. It was 8 to 8. You could be there. So we've had, most time was done before we got back from the pool or back there, but I think one time it was late. Other than that, so it doesn't bother me. Once is enough.
I don't even really need the room cleaned. I mean, I just do it because it's the little animals, I guess.
Yeah. So, side note, another note, not about food, but the drink package. We got the drink package this time. I don't know. Well, and I know next 3 cruises we don't have it. I don't know if we drink enough to warrant it, because we may get like the refreshment package or something a little less, where it does the water and the coffee, and but I don't think we drink enough to get it. You really have to.
You got to be a party drinker.
So it was $858, I think, was for the drink package for both of us. So you figure, broken that down, that's $440. So for each person, divide that by 7, you're talking, a little over $60 a day per person. That would mean you need to have at least 5 or 6 drinks a day, and we just.
Especially on the days of excursions, because we weren't there, so we're not going to come and drink 6 or 7 and go, okay, we're good now.
Yeah. So, and I think we were doing it sometimes, and we're just drinking more just to try to get the fill of it. So I think the older we get, the less we think about those things.
Yeah.
All right, so that takes care of that. Let's talk about the excursions. So the first one is when we went to Grand Turk. That's the one with Home Sweet Home was the name of the excursion.
Really enjoyed that. The food was very good. The staff was, I think they went beyond, what they should. We got a free lunch out of it, the jerk chicken, and I don't even remember. We've eaten so much food. I remember the jerk chicken. We had
the red beans and rice.
Yeah, and that's right. The macaroni salad and the coleslaw, which you didn't get. Phenomenal. I highly recommend going to that place. The beach was nice.
Is also what I didn't know, and I think I mentioned in the earlier vlog, is that it's actually somebody's house.
Yeah.
So we had rain to the house, as long as a few rules to follow. Don't come in wet, don't sit on the wet, furniture all wet, and wash your feet up before you come to sand. But other than that, you could go in and sit down there and relax if you wanted to. We didn't, but you could do that. So that was pretty awesome. So
yes.
I think it was I want to say maybe it was $109 a person. You get one meal. I don't know if I didn't see anybody go back for seconds. I don't know if you could or not. You may be able to. I don't know. But of course, it's all the drinks. You got the beach, the chairs, and that. So I would do it again. So
yes.
What would you rate that as? 1 to 10.
I would give that an 8.
Yeah, I think 8 would be a good score for that. And then the next one, we were in Half Moon Cay. That's the one that you have, Shell. That's the one we didn't circle on. So go ahead. I forgot.
He has to keep me straight, because we just, I get him confused. Had a great time snorkeling. If you want to snorkel and see tropical fish, you have to go on their excursions. You'll get to see all of the blue and the yellows and all of that. We chose not to. We've done snorkeling before with the actual boats, so we just did it on our own. Had a really good time. We we seen a couple little tropical fish. We've seen a couple turtles, and then we've seen, what kind of fish were they? Schools of...
Well, there's also Sergeant Majors, too.
Yeah, the Sergeant Majors and these other fish. But it was a nice day on the beach. It was hot. You can rent different things, but, you know, they're a little bit pricey. But we had our chair, and trying to think.
So, I mean, that was pretty much the positive. There are some negatives. I'm thinking if it's Carnival's private beach, that they wouldn't try to nickel and dime you. You could buy the half shells, and they were like $50 a shell. And I'm thinking, okay, you know, there's no umbrellas there, so why? If you wanted shade, was very little. You have to go down the far end, I guess the north end of the beach. I think I showed some video under trees. That was interesting. I was like, okay. And then, of course, your food was free, and they had a nice spread for barbecue.
They did.
All the food was excellent. But if you wanted any drinks, whether it be water or whether it be a drink, you had to pay for that. I'm thinking, okay, if you have the cheer package, that should be included. But it is what it is. You know, I would still go back again.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah. I still would probably do the same thing we did. I probably wouldn't rent the half shell. I just think they should put some umbrellas up, I think, for free of charge. Maybe not a lot, but a few. But anyway, that's just nickel and dime. So that was my negative of that. But overall, what would you give it? The experience?
I would still give it an 8.
I'm probably a little less, maybe about a 7.
Okay.
6.5, 7, just because of that. Other than that, you know, it's a great time. So, all right, and then the last excursion was at Freeport. Again, another one that's only a half a day. So, you know, I heard a lot of people stayed on the cruise ship. We went out, and there were some people who did other excursions. We did one, just went to, as you saw, private Pirates Cove. But I forgot to tell you about that. That's actually where Pirates of the Caribbean was filmed.
I kind of thought that because the picture that we took of that ship, the Pirates of the Caribbean, but, you know.
So what did you think of that?
It was nice. What I didn't like, it's a lesson learned. So you can either go and do the excursion with food and drinks, or you can just do it with drinks. No, I'm sorry. Or you can just pay as you go. That's what I was going to say. Yeah. You pay as you go. So we decided we were going to pay as you go. Well, we should have done the all-conclusive, because by the time we got drinks and stuff, it was a little pricey. Now, drinks were good. I can't complain about that. And the people, the staff that walked around on the beach, again, they were very friendly, you know, very, a lot, hospitality, I guess is what they had very good hospitality. They, so we went to go check out the prices for the food and realized.
Yeah, it ranged anywhere between $12 and $30 for one person. Yeah,
so we opted just to have a few drinks and call it a day, and went back on the ship and ate. As far as the water goes, it was pretty shallow. I mean,
like I said, you saw a video of it, and there's a lot of rocks, but there was like a little path to get out. So like I said in the video, I recommend water shoes. That would probably be the Half Key. You do not need them. And Home Sweet Home. Do we need?
No, we didn't need water
so
shoes.
Those
the last
two.
one was the one that we should have brought them and forgotten.
Yeah, so the first one was Grand Turk, and then of course Half K. So that's where we did it. So I don't know if I would do if we went back to that, I would do the all-inclusive. Yeah. But I think if we ever go back to a short day, there's a B right there. That's the part of having the video outside. If there was a short day, I think I would probably do another excursion. Yeah. I wouldn't go to the beach. Yeah. We are going back in there in January, but under Royal Caribbean, and I think we're there full day. And I think what we'll do is we're going to go somewhere a little different, and we'll talk more about that when we do that cruise.
Yeah. Plus, on the beach, they had people come out and wanted to know if you wanted your hair braided. There was a gentleman selling some kind of pictures. They had a lady come around for massage. So
I mean, if you went to that stuff, that's good.
If you want to do those kind of things.
They were respectful. If they said no, thank you, they walk away.
Yes.
So, Let's see. So we talked about the food. We talked about the skirt. Well, what about the entertainment on the cruise ship?
The entertainment was good. I don't know why I keep looking over there. The entertainment was good. There was one night, it was a comedian. It was the first comedian who was, I don't remember his name, but wasn't very impressed with him. We went to a show last night, was called
Epic Rock.
Epic Rock. My personal opinion, I love the music, don't get me wrong. But I think if you have smaller children, I don't necessarily think it was appropriate, because it was almost, the women dressed in lingerie, but I mean they had like jackets on and stuff, and it was their dancing was very seductive, almost like a strip joint kind of dancing. So, but if you don't mind your kids going to those kind of things, it was a really good show. Me personally, I wouldn't have taken my child to that, but the music was really good.
Yeah. Plus, you probably already heard that already when we did the final that night.
Well,
but
you
never know. You never know who watches what.
Exactly.
So, yeah, and we did another one, which was, I forget off the top of my head the other. So
Something to groove.
So okay. So what would you think overall? What would you give the rating of the? First of all, I'm sorry, I forgot to do the rating of the Freeport.
Freeport, I would probably.
That was the one we had a pay as you go kind of thing.
I'd probably give that maybe a 6.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, well, I would get it higher, and here's the reason why I'll give it a little higher.
Well, we made the choice.
We made the choice of not getting
true.
all inclusive.
You're right.
It was nice out. It was hot. We had an umbrella. Really not hot, but I had an umbrella. We had the chairs, all part of that deal. So I would have got about an 8. I had to actually give it a higher.
I seem to be on an 8.
Well, I give it higher than Half Moon Cay because of the nickel and diamond they try to do there.
Yeah.
And then what about the shows? The shows, not where we did Red Pub, not the 5 for You. I'm just talking about the 2 shows that we actually saw.
I really liked the shows. I thought they were good.
They were good. I don't know if they were, again, we're more Royal Caribbean, so there's more like Broadway shows kind of stuff, so it's different style. But I would still give it a 8.5, probably overall, maybe.
Yeah.
So, anyway, some people have asked me, what do you like better, Carnival or Royal Caribbean? And I can tell you, it's up to you. It really depends on what you want, what you like. It's hard to. There are some things I like better about Royal Caribbean that I like about Carnival. Food, number one, the buffet for sure. I do like the fact there's a little bit more free stuff on Carnival. I don't like the way the ship is outlined. I know it's an older ship, but the DJ and all of the music was on one end of the pool, and then there was a dividing between the other end. So I wasn't crazy about that. I'd say the overall ship, just because of that alone, probably only give it a 7 for overall ship. The layout you get used to. You have to walk through all the things to get to something. It's not like
Yes.
So, but that didn't bother me. It actually, after the first night, it was pretty. We started getting to know where each floor was and what we had to do.
Right.
So I would, yeah. So the question would be, would you sail Carnival Legend again, the ship we were just on?
I would.
Yeah, I would too. It was out of Baltimore. That's the reason why we took it, and it saved us a little bit of money for that. So I think that's it about our final thoughts. Anything else?
I think so.
Yeah.
The getting off the ship was pretty easy.
Which I sort of saw that right before this.
Oh, sorry. Okay, then I'm going to be quiet.
Yeah.
I don't know why I even talked. I just
You gave a
nod my
lot more
head.
insight, so that was good. So that's it for this cruise. If you like what you saw, if you want to know more, get notification, please subscribe. Again, it doesn't cost you guys anything. Hit the notification bell so that way, since we don't do a lot of outside of stuff, of home stuff, you'll be able to know when we post videos. But other than that, I think that's about it for the Carnival Legend 2023 cruise.
Yes. Oh, did we talk about the gifts and all of that? We were part of that.
No, we're not going to show the gifts. But basically, we told you when we went around day 2, we went around and gave all the gifts out, our little chips. People were giving us things back, which put us really to shame.
Yeah.
It said no more than $3 limit, so
people were spending a
way
lot more than
that,
$3, so we feel like they were probably thinking, "Wow,
oh,
we get
we got
crab chips."
crab chips. So Yeah, so I feel a little bad about that. But overall, that's it. So,
Yep.
anything else?
I think that's it.
All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video series, and we'll see you again probably in August for the next cruise. We do have a couple of day trips. I'm not sure we'll video those. But anyway, say good night or good afternoon.
Goodbye.
Guys, have a great one. Bye-bye now.